and welcome to Managing My Money with Rosa. Today I am going to officially stuff some more into my savings challenges. So this is the first weekend of February. I started these savings challenges in December of last year so that I could work on saving intentionally for a handful of things. So I use a combination of envelopes that I found and printed from the Budget Mom and things that I have around the house, which we'll talk about as we go through this video. So if you're new here, thanks for stopping in. I'd appreciate it if you'd hit that subscribe down below, if you would hit the bell for notifications. If you are a subscriber already, thanks so much for coming back. I appreciate it. I would love thumbs up if you like my videos, and of course, I would love to hear your thoughts on my savings challenges, my envelopes, the things that I use that aren't envelopes to stuff into, and I just thanks so much for joining me today. So I'm kind of squished for space, so let's stick that there. Okay, so I've got 7 different challenges that I'm working on this year. I think I've come to the realization that 7 is too many to work on at one time, so I'm changing up a little bit of how I do it. I'm really going to focus on 2 of them, and they're going to get the majority of the funds every time. So the first one we're going to stuff is my nickel challenge, and it's where you start with 5 cents and every day you save 5 more cents. Well, I'm not going to do this the way it's supposed to be done just because, well, I don't see being able to get out of my budget another $3,339.75 this year. So I'm just kind of filling it in. When I have money, fill in one, a couple, a whole lot, just depends. So I have a cute little envelope that I made that I put and hold money. So when I get a check, I kind of set some aside, but I'm not ready to stuff everything for my savings challenges yet. So that's what we're doing, is we're unstuffing the envelope, and now we're stuffing it into its individual savings challenges. So for my nickel challenge, I have set aside $15, and then I have some change, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's $15.65. So sorry, the table's really loud. So that is what I'm going to color in today, is $15.65, just one box. We're going to knock off one of those large boxes on here. So the nickel challenge, the intent is to build up my emergency fund. That's the whole purpose of this particular account. Really, that's it. This is from the Budget Mom. I printed it. I taped it together. I happen to have some Velcro around the house, so I Velcroed it. So when it gets full, it'll still shut, hopefully. But this is where I'm putting my cash for my emergency fund. I don't count it. I don't do anything with it. I just stick it in the envelope and then put it to the side. And then my change goes in a container that I have from around the house. So this I got at the Dollar Tree when everything was still $1. Sorry, this is going to be loud. And I'm hoping it'll hold all of the change. I put a little sticker inside that told me what it's for. I was going to put the cash and the change in here, and then I decided I didn't like that thought, just because I didn't want all the money to get squished. So just putting change in here for my nickel challenge. Put that back to the side. And that is how much I am putting into my emergency fund this week. Next on my list is, I have a couple of different 25-week savings challenges. They are all going for different things. So the first one I have is for investing. I'd like to save an extra $344.50 for investing. The point behind this is every week you increase it by a quarter. Well, I've done it properly in the past, and now I'm not. I'm just doing it however much I have. So I have $1, $2, $3, $4, and then I'm gonna put 75 cents in. So for a total of $4.75. I think I kind of like that blue color. We might stick with this blue color today. I currently invest in 2 different things. I have a dividend portfolio, and then I have I keep a little bit of money to the side to play bounces with. So the goal is to increase either what I'm playing bounces with or my dividend portfolio by that $344 when this is all done. So these unfortunately got all mixed up. They were in an order, now they're not. All right, investing. So again, I put the cash into my cute envelope from the Budget Mom. I don't count it, don't organize it, don't do anything with it. I just stuff it in. And then the change, I actually decided to use Ziploc baggies and then a container that again I got at the Dollar Tree when everything was still $1. And I'm going to stick my change in. This, honestly, when I first did all of the 52-week savings challenges, everything went into Ziploc bags when I first did them way back a number of years ago. All right, next up is my 50-cent challenge. The point of this is to save an extra $689 and then pay something down. I don't know what that is, but we're going to pay something down. All right, so that leaves me with $6, and then I have $1 in change, so I am going to just go ahead and fill in that $7. Again, this one, you're supposed to save 50 cents the first week and then increase it by 50 cents, so it should have been $1 the next week, $1.50, but again, you don't have to do savings challenges the way they are intended. It's about what works for you and your budget. So that's what I'm doing, is this works for my budget. So I do have an envelope, but before I do that, I want to show you that, because again, the very first time I did the savings challenge, I didn't have any cute envelopes from anybody. And I honestly just use Ziploc baggies. I write on them with a black permanent marker, and then my money fits perfectly in a sandwich bag. So this is how I took care of all of my savings challenges when I started them years ago. Because, well, I didn't have any cute envelopes. So let me come find debt pay down. Here's that one. Again, just stuff it in. I'm not counting anything. That drives me crazy, by the way, to know that it's in here unorganized. Oh, it's driving me crazy, but we're going to get over that. All right. And the last 52-week challenge that I'm working on is my $1. And this is for my Christmas. Now, unlike the other 52-week challenges, if I get those done this year, great. So happy. But if I don't, I'm okay with not getting those done. This one, on the other hand, I am focusing on. This is one of the two that I'm going to focus on to make sure that I get this fully funded, because this is my Christmas. So when I did out last year's Christmas budget, I realized that I actually spent more than this. So if I can have this much saved, and then the cash back that I get from my credit card, hopefully will take care of everything else. So let's get how much we have. 20, 40, 45, 46, 47. Again, not doing it in order, but I have the $47 now. I want to go ahead and mark off the $47, so when I don't have $47, I don't have to worry about it. I know that I've already got it. All right. And then we'll find my cute Budget Mom envelope that I'm using for Christmas. If you go to the Budget Mom or Google it, you can find and sign up for her newsletter. You can get access to a whole bunch of freebies. These were freebies. I didn't pay for them, but I did pay for ink for them. But I thought they were absolutely adorable, and it was so worth the ink for me to print these. I did them all on cardstock, and then Dollar Tree, again, has double-sided sticky tape, which allowed me to seal everything shut without any glue. So that's how I made these. All right, so Christmas is done. Home improvement. I really would like to save some money, additional money, to redo a couple of the doors in the house. The goal is to save $700, with each puzzle piece being worth $10. Now, again, I'm not focusing on this one, so unfortunately there's only $5 in here. Rather than shade in a partial one, I'm just not going to shade anything in at all. That $5 is going to hang out and wait for next time I stuff my savings challenges. So, sorry, home improvement, nothing today. Next up is the alphabet challenge. The purpose of this is to save about a little over $500 for my daughter's wedding. Shh, don't tell her. Well, she's not even engaged yet. But I'd like to start now so that when we hear wedding bells, we've got a little bit of extra money and I'm not in so much of a panic. Definitely going to be in a panic because my sweet pea is expensive, but she also understands budgeting too, so that's a positive. So even if it's just $500, 500 is more than what I started with. All right, so let me get rid of my home improvement envelope because it's not getting any cash. And then another cute envelope, wedding. Stuff my $5 in it. Put it to the side. Wedding is done. And then this one, I think this one's adorable. I should think it's adorable. I made it. So I wanted to do a holiday savings challenge, and when I started, the next holiday up was Valentine's Day. I made this. I'll put a link up in the corner if you'd like to see how I made it. Not a link, a card up in the corner if you'd like to see how I made it. And you can tailor it any way you want to. So I have $5, $6, $7. $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, $7. That's what I thought, meaning that it will be fully funded in just a moment. Savings challenges are not necessarily new to me, but doing this many and being able to find cash for them is a struggle. So prioritizing which ones I am selecting is definitely going to be part of my savings challenge plan from here on out, so that I can have Christmas money. And then my last savings challenge that I'm doing also, I want that one to be fully funded by the end of the year as well. So, but savings challenges can be done any way you want them to be. Actually, to help me find a little bit of extra money that I don't have to break the bank or the budget for, I'm actually going to start doing, I've started doing monthly challenges where this month I've decided that the month of February I am going to pull $1 out of my cash funds for every day the temperature is above 60, or is, the high is below 60 degrees. I live in North Florida. The last couple of years have been pretty warm seasons, warm winters. We have not really had very many cold. We recently, it was so cold, we got into the 20s recently, and that was the first time, I think they said in 7 years that had happened. So I'm not doing so hot on that savings challenge right now. So far the temperatures are, I think I've got an 80, 280s, 270s, a 6, under 60. I don't know what today's going to be, so we'll see, but it's a way for me to find extra money without having to pull it out of a budget from somewhere else. So looking forward to that. So this is fully funded, which means that I am going to pull this out of my cutesy envelope from the Budget Mom. I'm going to save this for next time. We're going to count it out real quick. It should, I think, is 5s and 1s. Oh, got a 10. All right, so 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, $28. Let me fill this in real quick so that I know this is on my red pin. So total is $28 is what I say for Valentine's Day. We don't do a lot for Valentine's Day, so this 28 should definitely be more than enough, but so excited, fully funded. And I will take care of purchasing Valentine's Day stuff before next week. Stick that right there. And then the last one I have is my 1 month ahead. I want to save 2022 and 2022. This is the second priority I have for making sure I meet this savings challenge, because this is going towards my 1 month ahead. Right now I've got, I think, just over $1,000 in it. I would like to add another $2,000 to give me $3,000, and I figured that this was a guaranteed way to continue to grow that fund. So I have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 125, 130, 131. Now this one is just going to stay to the side. I'm not worried about that. I don't have anything on here that's up to 130. Someone the other day asked me, how did you make that? Because I made all my savings challenges. This is actually just the little ribbon from the auto-populated designs inside of, I don't remember if it was Word or Google Docs, but that's all it is. And then I added a text to it. And then I made a list of different values and added it up to 2022. That's all I did. So tracking all of it, making sure that I know what I'm doing. So this $130, I actually have decided to break it up into two different pieces. This, and we'll go with that blue again. So I'm gonna break it up into a 20, 40, 60, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, and a 70 is what I think I have. 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 20, 30, 40, 50, $60. No, because I don't have a 60 on here. That's right. See, this is what happens when you don't sort it out ahead of time. I'm going to do 75. 20, 40, 60, 75 to knock off one of those large ones. And then 20, 30, 40, 50, 55 is what I'm going to do. So let me grab my chart so that I can go ahead and mark these off. I'm going to do a 75 and a 55. Put this back to the side. 20, 40, 60, 75. Let's find a 75 one here, up here. So I love crafting. Because I love crafting is part of why I made my own savings challenge sheets for no other reason. I think it's fun. So making them helps me fulfill the need to craft and gives me something in the end. So this 75, I am actually using something from around the house to store this in. It's honestly just a little Tupperware container that I have, and then I found index cards that I have, folded them in half, and we'll put them in, put the money in just as if it were a sealed envelope, and then put it to the back. As this gets full, it'll fill out. It's kind of taking the place of one of those boxes that's like the 100 envelope box. I didn't want to spend the money on it. It was a little expensive for me. I'd rather save up money and then make something cute instead. But for right now, this is just going to have to do because I wasn't willing to spend that money just yet. But maybe in the future, I'll make a cute challenge box. And then the other one I was going to do, I said was 55. There, and that's too close to another blue. So actually, I haven't used orange anywhere on here. Let's use an orange. I believe in being frugal, but at the same time, if there is something I like, I will save up the money for it and spend on it. But I have to want it. It's kind of like the cardstock, my envelopes over here. I wanted these, and because I wanted them, I went ahead and splurged on the ink for them, just because they make me happy. So everybody's got their thing. I have a budget line, office supplies, so I am able to pay for my ink, so I don't feel bad when I print. I also have cardstock left over from a project I did, so most of the supplies were in my house in order to make these. It's kind of like this. Just wasn't ready to go out and buy cutesy paper and a cutesy envelope to go, and a nice little thing to go with all of it, so I'm not, but that's all right. So I said 55, 20, 30, 40, 55. I'm kind of about being frugal and using what you have. But when I find something I like, I am going to splurge on it every single time, hands down. But I try to save for it before I do such a thing, because I don't want to go into debt for cutesy. So those are all the savings challenges that I am going to be stuffing today, in a combination of my things around the house and my splurge budget mom envelopes. And I just want to say thank you so much for joining me today on Managing My Money with Rosa as I stuffed my sinking funds. Or not my sinking funds, my savings challenges. I hope you have a great day. Bye, guys.